We go. Yes, indeed. It's time for another pregame meal podcast with Tunch and Wolf, live from the Pittsburgh Podcast Network studios, otherwise known as the Wolf Den.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Just a little,
I think that's very good.
you gotta have a little.
Wolf Den. I feel very wolfish.
You gotta have a little zip-doo-dah, when you're doing the show.
That. You got that whole thing, panache, zip-doo-dah.
I'm blue collar with a touch of effervescence. You know what I mean?
The regular guy look.
Absolutely. You're talking to me.
Yeah.
So anyhow, this is a shortened week.
Right.
We're cramming a lot of stuff in together. Of course, we want to get our scouting report in so that you can digest it for the game tomorrow, because it is Thanksgiving, my friend.
Right.
And the Steelers are getting ready to go off to Indianapolis for a Thanksgiving Day game.
Now, I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, but I have this terrible flashback, and it's not just one flashback. As a broadcaster and as a player, if I'm 0-3 on Thanksgiving, and during our career, we lost to Detroit and we lost to Dallas. But the one that jumps out at me is Detroit, the Thanksgiving Day Massacre.
That was November 23rd.
Yeah.
The day before, November 24th, 1983.
Of course.
That's right. Yeah. Well, I'm trying to set the mood here,
you did.
Because we left to fly to Detroit on November 23rd.
Yeah.
We played on November 24th, 1983, and we got blasted 45-3 by the Detroit Lions.
The Thanksgiving Day Massacre, and it didn't start out well with me. I was in the hospital all week with a terrible flu. And
do you remember what you weighed?
Yeah, I was down to 235.
Punters are bigger than that, instead of starting at right tackle.
And they had me quarantined. We didn't room that. That's the one time in our career that we didn't room together. They put me in a room in a far off place in the hotel.
All by your lonesome.
All by my lonesome. I didn't.
Well, because I was your roommate. I was like, get me out of here. He's like polluted.
You said to Ralph Berlin, You're not going to make me room with him, are you?
Well, you can't.
Yeah.
Because you were up chucking all night long.
Yeah. So, anyways,
week long.
In that game, it started out bad, Wolf.
Oh.
It started out with we went 3 and out. The opening punt, Robbie Martin, who we cut.
Yes.
In the preseason.
Yes.
Runs an 80-yard punt return for a touchdown against us.
How about
Sets the tone. Murphy's Law. Then you knew it was going to be bad when Billy Sims put a move on Jack Lambert.
Jack splat himself.
Jack went down, and Billy Sims' cleats stepped on the top of Jack Lambert's helmet.
It was unbelievable. And cut right off him.
Put a giant little divot.
It did.
And you said, what happened?
I saw it at my own eyes at halftime. I says, Jack, what happened? You got cleat marks on your helmet. And I said, that's where Billy Sims cut off me. It was unbelievable.
Yeah. And then, guys were getting hurt. A lot of guys went down that game. And then Keith Willis at halftime. And Keith was a great player and a good buddy of ours. And he stood up in front of the whole team at halftime. And he said, we got guys getting hurt. He said, we've got guys dropping like flies. He said, but I tell you right now, I'm not going to quit. I'm going to play till the last play of this game. We're going to get after it. And I want to be able to look at every guy in the eye and make sure he can say that I played to the last whistle of this football game. First play of the third quarter. He's chasing Billy Sims.
Right.
And he is running an all-out sprint, man. He is just straining to catch Billy Sims.
And what happened?
And he popped his hamstring and went down. It looked like there was a sniper in the press box and just shot him in the leg, and he went straight down. And they were helping him off. And Wolf and I are standing on the sidelines as they're carrying him off. We look at each other, we look at Keith, and simultaneously we go, Nice speech,
Skippy. Oh, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
Yeah, but it didn't end there. The second half got worse.
No, it got to the point where we're down 35-3, and finally Coach Knoll decides that we're going to switch quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So Mark Malone came in for Cliff Stout. So we're in the huddle. There's a timeout, and Malone's in the huddle, and he was pretty rah-rah because he was right fresh into the battle. And so he says, all right, let's do it. Let's get a first down. We can do this.
Yeah.
We can do this. And Mike Webster, who made great Bill Murray imitations, I remember in the huddle, he looked around at us and he says, "There's no way in the world we can do this."
Yeah.
And we broke up laughing. And then all of a sudden we stopped real quick and then looked out of the corner of our eye to the sideline, see if, because we didn't want Chuck Dole to catch us laughing in the huddle. Because it would have looked very poorly
bad
for us.
at that point in the game.
So at the end of 3 quarters, walking by Bubba Brown, Larry Brown, the great Larry Brown, I said, Bubba, I said, "How you doing?" He goes, "Well, the worst part about this game is that there's still a quarter left." So we finished up and we lost that game, did we not?
Yes, we
45-3.
Yeah, how could that? Yeah.
Oh, it
Did
was
we
unbelievable.
not? Yeah.
So then it begins because
Right.
it wasn't just bad during the game,
Yeah.
but it was bad post game. Now
Yeah.
remember, this is a noon kickoff. We're all supposed to be home by 7:00, able to have dinner,
Yeah.
Thanksgiving dinner with our families. So we get on the bus after getting out of the locker room and everything. We get on that bus and we ride with our tail between our legs through Detroit to the airport. And then we get off and we go in to the airport there. And then there's a little disturbance. We were there for about 20 minutes. And guys are starting to go, "What's the problem? Where's the plane?" And then found out, oh, gadzooks, we're at the wrong airport.
Right.
So we got to get back on the bus, turn the buses around, head off, go over to the other airport. I didn't know Detroit had two airports.
The plane was at the wrong airport. The plane went to the wrong airport.
We went to the wrong airport. I don't know whether the plane did or what.
Yeah.
All I know is we're at the wrong airport because the plane was not there.
Right.
All right? So,
Okay, so you're right.
yes, whatever. So we get to the other
Semantically.
airport. Yes.
Yeah.
All right? So we get off the bus. We go in there. They finally start to board us. We board out. We're sitting down. And again, think about it. It's Thanksgiving Day. We've just been whipped 45-3 on national TV.
Yeah.
So as we're sitting there, nothing's happening. After about an hour, everyone's going, "What's the deal?" Guy comes out and says, "Sorry, but the plane won't start." We got to deplane, go back into the terminal building. We're sitting there, right? Okay. They got to find a mechanic. It's Thanksgiving Day.
Not around.
They can't find one at that airport. They search around the whole city of Detroit. Is there a plane mechanic anywhere?
None to be found.
None. It's at where? Cleveland. Cleveland. They got to get another plane, fly to Cleveland, get a mechanic from Cleveland, fly back to Detroit, and work on a Steelers plane. As I said to you then, and I say to you now, Tunch, did not anybody have any sort of bad feeling, some sort of omen over a Cleveland mechanic working on a Pittsburgh Steelers plane in Detroit?
Well, and I said, we're not even in the area.
Things aren't, we're not done yet with this fiasco. We fly home finally. Finally, I get home. I get home to an empty, quiet house. Well, I should say empty. The kids are all down.
Yeah.
Everybody's asleep. Dinner's all in the refrigerator. It's cold. I open the door. It's about 11:25. I poke around for some of the leftovers, and there's a big turkey leg. And I remember I grabbed that turkey leg and I trudged over to my favorite lounge chair. Got my double wide lazy boy chair. Feet go up. Boom. I got my remote control, and I settle back. I turn on the TV, and what comes on? Johnny Carson. How about that? It's the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson. I'm sitting there.
Opening monologue.
Okay, opening monologue. He walks out. Johnny says this. He grabs his tie. He says, "Oh," he says, "I had a rough day. I had the Steelers in 41.
Yeah.
At that point, it was click, and one drumstick just hit the TV. Wham!
Didn't Ed McMahon go, "How rough was it?" I'll tell you how rough it was. I had the Steelers in 41.
Oh, yes, exactly.
Okay. So
That ended the
with-
worst Thanksgiving I think I've ever spent.
With that nightmare behind us, we would just love to wish everybody a blessed Thanksgiving. We have so much to be thankful for.
Yes, we do.
And we pray that the Lord would bless and keep you, and His face would shine upon you, and He would grant your heart peace on this Easter, Lord, and that your families would be together and they'd all be safe. We are very, very thankful.
God's blessings upon you.
Amen.
Yes,
Amen.
Absolutely. And just grab your kiddies and give them a hug and a kiss, and everybody.
And if you're old like us, your grandkids.
Your grandkids. All right. Yeah.